are there movies that are worth watching? We're going to actually let Eric Holmes take the stage right now because I've been blabbing for quite a while. He's going to do a movie called Everyone is Going to Die. What a very sunny way to start the episode of Cinematics. It is centers on a father who attempts to reconcile with his estranged daughter. He invites her to his luxury home for a birthday dinner. Unfortunately, this movie is not just a family drama. I think, Eric Holmes, I could be wrong. It's what, a siege film? When the home is invaded by two masked individuals armed with shotguns, a lethal game of cat and mouse ensues. The movie, good news, is only 91 minutes. It's in theaters, digital, and on demand February 21st. It's written and directed by Craig Tuohy. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Tuohy. Stars Jaime Winstone, Brad Moore, Kiara Deanna, Gladisa Arthur, and yes, Eric Holmes. Everyone is going to die, whether it's theaters or they pay for it on digital and on demand. Is this movie worth a watch?
I think it is. Bruce may strongly disagree.
Listen to me, okay? Look, I don't. Bruce is still, for some reason, like a year ago you started, or maybe 6 months ago you gave him people food. Bruce Perky has been
It's
blabbing and
going to his
blabbing over
head.
it.
It's
It's going
going
to
to
his
his
head.
head.
Well, it's going to his head. He's doing these transcontinental flights to Alabama, and he's for some reason he's not actually doing that remote from your domicile over in Colorado. He was basically bragging he's in Alabama. So we don't care what Bruce Perky thinks. We run the top of the show, okay? Bruce Perky's down there over in the attic, okay? So no matter what, Bruce Perky, we love you, Bruce Perky, but this is Eric's show right now. What does Eric Holmes think about Everyone is Going to Die?
Well, so yeah, you get the father and daughter in the house, and then two masked people come in. Two masked ladies. One of the ladies takes her mask off pretty much right away. The other one wears her mask throughout most of it, and they're holding them hostage, but they're kind of messing with them a little bit. There's something going on. There's a reason they're there, and it kind of slowly explains why as the movie goes on. There's something that there's like a point they're trying to make. It seems like a political point, and then later on you figure out what it is. Won't say that here.
Eric, you mentioned the word slowly, and when you mention the word slowly, is that a red flag for your enjoyment of this movie?
No, slowly as in they don't say right away. It's like a mystery. It starts off as like, oh, this is a siege, I guess, or not really siege, like a hostage situation, or not even really that.
Yeah, sounds like a hostage
Yeah,
situation. Yeah, like a
but yeah, it's just one of those like a straw dog sort of thing. But then as it goes on, you're like, okay, what do they want with this guy? Like, do they want money? It seems like it, but they don't seem really that motivated by it. They seem really angry at him for some reason. This seems pointed, and then as it goes on, you start learning a little more of why it is they're there. First of all, a couple great things. They're both masked when they come in, but the lady takes one of the ladies takes her mask off almost immediately. The other one wears her mask the whole time. Her head does tilt a couple times, but it tilts in like a natural way. She doesn't do.
right. Okay. Yeah,
There's not that
the
mugging thing.
cinematic tilt. Yes.
Anytime you have someone with a mask, they always have to, their neck gets a little seesaw and wobbly for some reason.
Right. Exactly.
Hers does not in this. So
Good.
points for that. Number two, this biggest point. There's a scene towards the end where they put on some music, and that music is Take This Bottle by Faith No More.
And you like that group, correct?
Like, no. Love, absolutely. Usually, if you have Faith No More in a movie, it's either epic or We Care a Lot. And this was Take This Bottle. I don't think I could be wrong. I don't think you hear much from the album King for a Day.
Mm.
So that was good stuff.
Uh-oh, that sounds like a biased good review just based on that, Eric.
I
Because
mean,
that's points.
right away, we're at 2 stars minimum. It cannot get below 2 stars.
Okay, right.
But now I didn't listen to Bruce's review, but I did hear his spoiler thing,
Mm-hmm.
and
Does he do a good job on the spoilers?
yeah, I think it's weird because I agree with a lot of what he says.
Okay.
I just disagree with the what comes from it because I
Like,
still I still like this movie. I wasn't quite at
okay, I'm
Bruce
glad you like it.
where Bruce was kind of angry
Mm-hmm.
about where it ended up. I
Yes.
was just kind of confused more than anything.
All right. All right. You're confused by the end of this movie a little bit.
Yeah, and
That
I would
that's
have
not
to.
a good thing. That's not a good thing, not for you, but for the movie. Maybe it's too oblique for some, and so that has to be subtraction points for you.
I can't really say why because I would need to spoil the hell out of it.
Gotcha.
I'll just say that some of the motivations kind of had me scratching my head a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then as me and Bruce kind of talked it out over the messenger thing, a lot of it started coming together a little bit. So it was just
Okay.
one of those like I think I finally got it. It just took a while for me to get there, but
All right.
what starts off as just kind of regular, siege movie kind of turns into something else a little more than that.
Okay.
From my perspective, it was a bit confusing, but overall, I think kind of was the siege plus, plus a little bit more. But I think with Bruce's take, and I disagree with his take, but I see where he's coming from, and kind of I respect where he's coming from.
I don't
Um,
respect where he's coming from personally. So
of
just
course you don't.
of course.
But it's one of those like I'm not going on that journey with you, but I understand how you got there.
Okay. Now, speaking of this journey, everyone is going to die. People will ask you, Eric, I want a violent movie. I want a movie that scares me.
Yes.
So,
No.
yes, it's violent.
Yes, it's violent. No, it's not scary.
Okay. I want to. Okay. All right. Good. Good to know. So, everyone is going to die in theaters, digital on demand, February 21st. What is your rating and final thoughts on this
I
movie?
mean, it's the least amount it could possibly get is two. And I think I was already kind of at 3 stars, but I want to give this 5 stars because that's that's way too high. But we'll go four.
Four. Okay,
Yeah,
four is an excellent
we'll
rating.
go
What
four
made this?
stars on
What
this.
made this a really so? This was very. It's a four-star movie because it executed overall as a genre piece.
Just kind of um, if you saw The Strangers,
I did not, but I know what it's
it,
about. I know that.
it, it's kind of one of those. I think I like this a bit more than The Strangers, but it's got that kind of feel to it, and it's got that little extra, and it's really unfortunate because they can't talk about a bunch of this because it spoils it. I mean,
But okay,
the
look.
the name of the movie is Everyone is Going to Die, which also now that I think of it confuses me.
Okay, all right, all
But
right,
yeah,
okay. Everyone
I
is going to die, though. You said confused you in certain sections, including the third act, the conclusion. That did not.
it confused me because like I guess maybe it's expectations because I expect the thing to go this route and it went this route instead. I'm like, okay, we're going that route. And then I start thinking about it. I'm like, but why? Like that, so they're going this route, and I don't understand why they chose this or why they chose that or why the characters are doing this or the motivations are that. And it's not till later where I reflect on it a bit. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense, and I can make kind of sense of this. But
I'm just saying it's interesting. I'm not questioning your four-star rating,
oh
but
yeah,
I'm just saying it's interesting that with all these question marks, you still ended up giving it a four-star film. So it's definitely worth a watch. So,
well for me it is. For Bruce, it is not. So that's the thing. I don't know what side people are gonna land on when they watch
okay.
this. So maybe it's a not a recommend or not a don't recommend, but you might want to just check it out and see it for yourself, which I
Okay.
guess is probably the most kind of interesting recommend. Because it's not a recommend, it's not a not recommend. It's a here it is. It's like, well, now I gotta watch and see what he's talking about.
So that is Everyone is Going to Die Again. Theaters in digital and on demand on Friday, February 21st. Eric Holmes gave it 4 stars. If you want to hear a completely different alternate review, diametrically opposed review, opposite side of the coin kind of thing, go check out Bruce Purkey's review in maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes while he's over at the Cinematic. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care.